You had to cut off communication with this person because of their actions. Their behaviour just was not loyal and was not what you needed it to be. With the Lovers card here, though, I do feel like this was somebody who was a very, very close person to you. So a lover or somebody that's just very, very close. I do feel like this is more of a lover, though. With the reverse of the Death card, this kind of led the connection to a stagnation, to a standing point where it's like, I don't trust you. I don't trust your behaviour. I don't trust your attitude. I can't keep having you in my life. So more than anything, you had to kind of make this decision for your own sanity, because they weren't bringing in value into your life anymore. All they were doing was causing drama, causing conflict, causing problems that you really did not need. We're going to go on to these at the end, these Modern Lovers ones, once we finish the main reading and the star signs. But I'll let you know about those at the end. With the Seven of Cups here, though, they were kind of almost like very superstitious, very superficial, and it's almost like they kind of made things up to try and keep you around. I can't do this because of this. Oh, I couldn't possibly do that. Or could you help me with this? And it was always to benefit them. Very much a draining situation. Since you have cut them out, or after you have cut them out, should I say, you are getting more opportunities to thrive, particularly around the career and finances, at first at least, before you really have time to like focus on the friendships and connections. So you will be a little bit left out on their own right now once you kind of transition, but that is more than needed. It's more than enough time for you to kind of heal, allow yourself to move past this, allow yourself to move towards a new direction. With the Two of Wands here, though, you are still kind of waiting for somebody else to come in. You're still waiting for positive communication from them. Part of you is always going to hope that they'll turn their life around, they'll figure their shit out, they'll figure things out and actually put you into a position where they are understanding that they need to put you first for once. But I don't feel like that's going to happen. You need to just focus on taking care of yourself so that you can really find a relationship that is positive and that is healthy for you. So we're going to move on now to the star signs, your sun, moon, and rising signs. As always, like I said, stick to the end, as I'll be doing that Modern Lovers cards as well, the Oracle cards as well. So we have got, to begin with, we have got Aries. So, Aries, what does Aries need to know today? So we have got the Ten of Wands. So issues with communication here, not getting communicated with. More than anything, it's people not telling you what's going on. Like, you're planning to meet up, you're planning to do this thing, and then people just don't tell you. And then you're kind of left in the dark and you go, well, what time am I meant to be there? When am I meant to do this? This is because the people you are dealing with are kind of taking on a lot right now. They're trying to balance a lot. They're trying to do 10 million things at once. And unfortunately, communicating with people is falling under their radar. So you are going to have to contact them to get that confirmation, because waiting for it just isn't going to happen. They don't mean anything by this. They're just really unorganized and really kind of overwhelmed at this time. Next up we got is Taurus. So Taurus. We got the reverse of the Knight of Swords here. You're refusing to take action right now. You're taking a me day. You're taking some time for yourself because you don't really feel like anything's manifesting from it. Why should I put all this effort in if nothing's going to happen? If nothing's going to manifest? Understand that it's okay to have a rest day, but giving up on your dreams and goals is not a good idea. Take the time to rest, take a day or two to rest by all means, and then kind of get back to the drawing board and go, well, should I have been doing this in a slightly different way, in a slightly different direction? Is there something I'd rather be doing? really kind of get that whole new perspective of it. But don't just give up, because that is the worst thing ever, is to just give up on your dreams and goals, and then you come out at the other end in a non-positive way. Gemini. We have got the 8 of Cups here. So you're walking away from an old opportunity, an old business career opportunity that really isn't serving you anymore. It's like it served its purpose. You've earned as much money as you could from it. It's kind of taken you as far as you could. But now it's time for a transition. Sometimes we need to kind of leave the old work or the old job behind in order for us to get to greener pastures. And that's definitely what you're doing today, Gemini. But you are getting some really good connections here coming in, offering you new opportunities, offering you the restart your life. So this is really positive. So although you've kind of got to the point of like leaving this behind, you have got some amazing new offers and connections coming in to restart it. Cancers. What does Cancers need to know in the next 24 hours? So we have got the Strength card. You're really gaining your strength. You're regaining your confidence. And I feel like literally your physical strength as well. And you are starting to make offers to other people. This is you starting to go out there, starting to ask people questions, starting to ask people to to spend some time with you, to hang out, starting to ask for more. I really love this from you, because although it's not this, oh, everything's coming to you, it's giving you that chance to shake off your feathers, shake off the dust, and really start pursuing what you really want. Next up is Leos. So Leos are next. Leos. There is some arguments and disagreements around you. You're having to play a devil advocate. You're having to kind of communicate with people. You're having to kind of discuss what should and shouldn't happen. You're having to keep everyone in alignment. More than anything, you need to take the blindfold off and realise that it is not your circus, that it is not up to you to fix these things. All being well, you can give some advice and stuff, but understand that you're putting too much of your time and energy into it. You're trying to fix other people's problems who aren't even willing to fix it themselves. So really pull yourself back from that. Otherwise, you're going to be quite drained. Look more towards the horizon. Look towards more of your own ships coming in, your own things you want to manifest, your own things you want to get done. And that really kind of help to kind of balance you out, but also help you to start focusing on what is important to you. Virgos. So we have the Death card here. We have a huge new beginning coming in for you. This is hugely positive. With the reverse of the Queen of Cups, though, you're not really emotionally attached to it yet. I feel like this is a stepping stone for you. It's not going to be your dream position. It's not going to be your dream life. But he is going to give you some space, some respite from everything in order to pursue what really does matter to you and what you do enjoy. So understand it's not a bad thing. Sometimes we need these transitional periods or transitional experiences in order to help us to learn something that we need to know, like a skill, to go into our passion with that skill. So we've got that going through it. We've got that to kind of back ourselves up. And also just to give us that kind of time and energy to really focus on what we enjoy. Next up is Libras. Libras. So we've got the 10 of Cups here. A lot of happy times with families on the horizons. And I feel like this was what is hidden here, because they've come out in 2, is that you were rejecting these connections before, and that's because of injustice. They were not treating you fairly before, Libra, and you had to kind of shut them out of your life a little bit. Understand that although they're not very good at admitting their faults and admitting that they want to apologise, they do want to apologise. They do want to make this right with you. But they don't really have the words to say that, and they don't really know how to. Scorpios. Next up is Scorpios. Scorpio, what do you need to know for the next 24 hours? So we have got the Ace of Swords. You're starting to focus more. You're starting to focus on what matters to you, what you need, and particularly what your family or your relationship needs. So this is you bringing in your family / romantic partner, because they are kind of part of our family, and say, what do we need? What do we need to make this better for ourselves? What do we need to make this better for our connection in general? So there is this kind of attitude of stepping back, moving towards that position and moving towards that transition in general. So next up is Sagittarius. Sagittarius. So you are unstucking yourself. You are starting to get yourself moving again, progressing again. And this is after stagnation. I do feel like this stagnation was outside of your control. So this was other people around you not really wanting to progress things, wanting things to stay as they were. And it did get very frustrating for you. It did get to the point of going, this is kind of frustrating. This is kind of making me feel bad. One thing I would say, your hard work will pay off though. So although it's a long time coming, your hard work will pay off. They just didn't want you to leave, basically. Capricorn. What do you need to know today, Capricorn? So we have got the Two of Pentacles. You're trying to balance things out. You're coming umming and ahhing. You're trying to juggle things a lot at the moment. They're all very important though. You are going to come in out of the cold from this. This feels like other help, both divine help from spirit coming in to help you, but also other people around you. Other people around you are getting the poke, not by you directly, but by spirit, by like their own emotions, that they need to be helping you out. They need to be helping to move this forward. So this is really positive though, because this is getting to a point of you going, you know what, I can feel like I have people supporting me now. I feel like I have people that are caring about me. So that is really quite positive for you, Capricorn. Aquarius. What does Aquarius need to know today? Aquarius. You're coming out of this sadness here, starting to feel a lot happier, a lot better about yourself. So sadness and... I want to say sickness, but I don't do health readings coming forward here. With the Five of Cups, I do feel like what you're realising is not all that's left behind. Yes, this did eat up some of your time. Yes, it did kind of skew some of the goals that you're trying to progress to. But this isn't a bad thing. You are going to get to a point where you progress to a happier position, a happier point more than ever. And lastly, we have got is Pisces, and then we've got the Model Lovers. So Pisces. So with the Four of Pentacles here, you're starting to protect your own finances. You're starting to take care of your own wealth, your own finances, and your own time as well. So this is like what you want to get done. You're starting to protect that. You are going to be a little bit more on your own, so taking time out from other people around you, your loved ones, and society in general. And this is to give you more time to focus on your important things, so what you want to get done. Because you couldn't possibly get all this done without that. And you're needing to kind of reposition yourself into a point where you can spend more time on what is valuable and what is important to you. And lastly, we've got is the Modern Lover. So let's have a look at these today. So we've got the karmic connection. So you did have a karmic connection here around you. I feel like it's one that's left your life or is leaving right now. The reason why you had to have this karmic connection, this short-lived romantic connection, it's because of healing family issues. This person really kind of triggered you to deal with some family issues that would have gone unresolved, if we're being honest, we're being real here, if you didn't have dated them. Sometimes a relationship is here more to kind of teach us a lesson, teach us something we needed to know. And this is what that karmic was all about. All right, I hope that helps you out, and please take care.